Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru. Emotions. Woof, what a big topic. We all have emotions. We all sort of go up and down and up and down. And unfortunately, majority of the time, our environment dictates the emotions that we have and we feel. The meaning that we attach to something, whether it's right or wrong, dictates the emotions that we feel. But the unfortunate part is we tend to react and we tend to take action based on the emotions that we have. So therefore, I'm sure, no different, I have without a doubt, you do something that you look back on and you just go, no, I can't believe I just did that. Or you say something which you just know you just didn't mean to say. And the problem is that when we do that in business, we end up burning bridges. We end up hurting relationships. We end up just getting the wrong thing taking place. And we do more damage than good simply because we didn't control our emotional state. So over the last couple of years, I've tried to implement this really simple rule. When you read something, it's going to cause an emotion. When you see something, it's going to cause an emotion. Like you notice this in any aspect of your life. You see someone doing something that is against your values or against your morals, it causes an emotion, usually anger or annoyance. You see someone drop litter out of the car. And if that's not what you do, it causes an emotion, an annoyance. So instead, what we need to make sure is that we pause, get ourselves back before we handle and react. So if we look at it like this, thing happens, causes an emotion, we react. Three really clear stepping stones that take place here. So thing happens, how about we put a pause in there and we actually ask ourselves, so what does that actually mean? What if it meant something else? Prime example, I was driving yesterday, going to actually pick it up Sophie from school. And it's like 2:30 in the afternoon. And where we live, hey, the roads are about 80, there's 3 lanes, you do 80 kilometers an hour. And there's this car that just came from nowhere, like doing 130, 140, gone. That's the thing that happened. So that's going to cause an emotion. But before you get to the emotion part, how about you stop there and you say, what does that actually mean? Now, yes, I could have given it the meaning, complete moron, completely selfish with no respect for anybody else or anybody else's lives. But what happens if they just got a phone call and their mum had just fallen over and they were trying to get to their place to assist or help them? What happens if they had just chopped their finger off and it was sitting in a container with ice and they had to get to the hospital to be able to sew it on? But the bottom line, we don't know. And what we do is when we see a thing or we read a thing or we're sent a thing, we attach a meaning to it. And therefore, because of that meaning, it gives us an emotion. And then what we unfortunately do is that we don't tend to stop enough here and leave enough of a gap between seeing, reading, getting that information to then react and take an action in a balanced state. We generally react and we make sure that, hey, we're going to give them our 2 cents worth. We're going to tell them exactly what it is that we feel. Where is that really helping the situation? Probably not. So, what can you do differently? Said, I know in the last 2 years, I now will just sit and I'll pause and I'll come back to it. And I'll change the meaning of something. Because you don't really know what the meaning is. You can only give the meaning that you decide to give it. And to be honest, 97% of the time that meaning's wrong. But that's just our brain and how our brain works. So what strategies could you use? Love for you to leave me a comment below, wherever you're watching this. What strategies could you use to ensure that you don't react the wrong way to the emotion? You actually don't burn bridges. You actually don't do yourself any harm or damage. You actually ensure that the way you react is exactly the way you want to react and you don't regret it later. Hey, hopefully it's been super helpful. Again, leave me a comment below. Love for you to hit share. And if you're watching this, make sure you're part of our $1 Million Referral Network, our free Facebook group. And invite your friends, your networks, your clients, your colleagues. Because the more great people we have in there, the more fun we're going to have, the more opportunities you have to work alongside some great businesses. Okay, till next time, take care. I'll talk to you real soon. See you later all.